mostly rules for a single brown woman raising a brown son by herself. That's who I was when raising my son Kyle, who's now 30. When kids are up to about 4 years old, it doesn't matter, boy or girl, they're treated all the same. But after 4 years old, definitely by 5, a little brown boy is not only different and should be treated differently than little brown girls, but differently than every other race of kid in the entire world. It doesn't matter what anyone thinks or feels about it, because the bottom line is, as an adult, a brown man is treated differently than every race of man in the entire world. So therefore, you have to look at it in its converse, I'm not sure what it is, format, that the brown boy must be treated differently. But it's all about, okay, what age should that be? I am a firm believer that by 5, he is to be treated differently. And one of the number one things that you must start doing for this little brown boy, and start prepping him at 4, that once he turns 4, you make that a pretty big deal in his life, that he is going to start being treated differently. You're going to start giving him more responsibilities. You're just readying him this every time you can think about it, every opportunity that presents itself to be delivered in a noble, austere manner. You must let him know that he's going to be treated differently. And the one way in which you're going to start treating him differently is stop holding his hand all the time like that. It's like, of course, there are exceptions in some kids. Hey, if they haven't mastered being able to have a little bit of looseness about them in this regard, you know who they are. Some, they just have, way more energy. My son definitely did. But there will always be some opportunities in which you can do this. You can actually even, maybe just, it only works in maybe walking down the steps inside the house. But every chance that you can, it may be only a few seconds long, but you may be able to lengthen its time. But holding his hand after 5, consistently, is just not good for him. And it's also just not a good look. What happens is we will then hold on and baby them too long, but our girls who have mastered this by then, most, or are ready to exercise that independence, we then have them growing up too fast, when it's actually okay to baby them a little bit longer. But the reason why I say this about a little brown boy is because eventually that arm, that hand that you're holding, that is his wing that must be strengthened, that you will eventually let go. And when you do let this go, it must be strong enough to be able to withstand the storm. Just like a little bird who's in the nest. We're not pushing them out of a literal nest like a mother or father bird does. But eventually that is what we will do. And so you just start giving him this strength. You start giving him opportunities to strengthen that wing.